Hello, hopefully this is working. Before I get started on the actual race car business, I'm going to make sure that the Twitch business is going right. How's everyone doing today? If you're here, which you're not, because I just went live. But you never know. Maybe somebody's just kind of lurking on the channel. They're not. I know that. Okay, I gotta watch an ad on our stream because I just want to see it up on stream so that I know it's working. Then again, I guess everybody else has to watch an ad, so it's not like I'm gonna be uh behind. Yes, okay, looks like it's working. This is good. Okay, so we're gonna pump up the audio a little. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope this works. This would be, optimistically, a new season I'm starting. This would be race 1 at Homestead. I also haven't tried this while it's also streaming, so there might be like some weird lag issues or something too. I'll have to fight through all that, but let's get going. See what we can do here. Scary loud noise, maybe. Hopefully not too bad. Now I'm going to leave invulnerability on for a little while. Don't worry about the memory usage thing. I don't think that's going to haunt me. Besides just the warning at the top, which we'll just have to kind of look past, because I don't know how to get that out. We're starting in second place. Right alongside the, of course, not real Pato Award. I gotta say things like this now because, like, so I make these skins and they're not, like, publicly available. They don't come with the game. But there is, like, the whole iRacing thing now, so people might stumble in here and, like, legit think it's a real driver. It's not. Huh. Although we're going to kind of treat them like one, but... So for the first opening laps, we're going to leave the boost down, and we're slowly going to bring it up to full boost right around lap 20. I've noticed that the AI is extremely slow to start out with, and we don't want to, you know, snooker them too badly.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, maybe we'll turn it up a little bit because it seems like everybody's got more jump than me. Yeah, see, they got more jump, but then they like to brake check me, so not nice. Not nice at all. Get away from me.
Left side, on your left.
So now they're going to hit the brakes really hard into the turn.
Hold your line.
And I'll get some spots back.
Right. Car left.
Fine by me.
Still there. Clear left, on your left. Car left. Clear. Clear left, on your left. Left side, keep right. Clear left, on your left. Hold your line. Clear. Car left. Car left. Still there. Keep right. 3 wide. You're on the right. Left side. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear. Watch your left. Watch your left. Keep right. Keep right. Clear left. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side. Watch your left. Still there. Clear left. All clear.
Okay, we're going to hopefully kind of settle into 7th here.
Watch your left. On your left. Keep right. All clear. Clear left. Left side. On your left. On your left. Car left. Clear.
So now that we've gotten the opening laps done, hopefully we'll be able to kind of just settle down here.
Watch your left.
Get away from me.
Hold your line. All clear.
All right, we're going to turn the boost up a little bit because it's just motoring past me.
Left side. Clear.
The top boost pressure setting is 0.3. Right now we're running at 0.15. By about lap 20, we're going to put it up all the way to 0.3. Now the other problem I've been dealing with is that the AI has had much, well, they just don't. They don't have any concerns about tire wear, and I do. By the end of a run here, my car is shot.
Clear.
So I've added downforce just through the car setup, and hopefully that'll take care of it.
Car left. Clear. On your right. Right side. Still there. Clear right.
All right, I think we got enough to challenge Connor here, maybe. I'm gonna lay back. You can really try to shove it in on like corner entry, shove it in down low, or you could kind of try to get them on the outside on corner exit, like
Watch
this.
your left. Left side.
It's kind of how
Left. Car right.
I'm trying to pass. But the thing is that they'll turn into you straight up. If you dive bomb them inside, they will wreck you, which right now we're leaving invulnerability on, but I would like to turn that off at some point if I start trusting them. But I'm not gonna just play bumper cars with them where they don't really seem to be affected by damage and I do. So we might have that policy on ovals.
Clear. All clear. All clear. Car right. Clear.
Oops. That was a bad time to try to downshift. All right.
Watch your right. Car right. Still there. Clear.
For the most part, the paint skins on these cars are ones I've made. This is the online sim racing IndyCar 2018 mod, and I painted skins so that it could more or less represent the current 2021 IndyCar season. But of course, some that were already made for it were good enough. Like, you know, in 3 years or 4 years or however long it's been, the car didn't change that much. So, damn it, it's just like it bogs down right there, and I want to shift down to get more like, you know, oomph off the corner. Thank you for hitting me. See what I'm talking about? It was pretty clear he was going to pass me. There was no reason to like hit me in the corner like that. And I'm not going to let something stupid on its part be the reason that my race is ruined. Anyway, it's like I'm in fourth. I think it's just because the boost pressure is low, but like come off the gas in order to make the turn and relieve pressure off the tire.
Right side.
And
Clear right. Watch your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
and I just want to downshift to give it more acceleration off the corner, and that it's just too low. But that's because I have the gearing set for the boost pressure, I would suppose. I wish I could have found a mod of Homestead with a crowd that would have worked for me, but couldn't get any of those to work, so we're running a mod that, for whatever reason, doesn't have a crowd. So, social distancing? I've basically gone through hell to get Homestead to work with this mod. So I'm very excited to just get this over with because I want to run it. You know, I think it's a good track, and I think IndyCar should really go here. so I want to run this race, but at the same time, I just want to get through it because the mods have been fighting me with it, so. Keeping an eye on my front right tire in the bottom right corner on that display. I don't want to eat it up too fast, but honestly, we're already kind of getting to like that greenish yellow color, and I feel like I need to be very gentle with my steering inputs to make that tire last. So we got a fictional car behind us of Carlos Munoz, who, I don't know what happened, but I wish he was still in the series. I mean, I guess because this is the 2018 version of the car, they're all fictional to some extent, but fictional entrant, I guess I should say, to the 2021 season. But somebody who would most certainly not be out of place. Yeah, Award, look at the mini-map up there in the top right corner. Award is running away right now. That's fine, we got 200 laps, but... the inevitable Scott Dixon behind us now. Kind of starting to lose touch with the guys in front of us, so we're going to go full boost. I think we're probably going to stay here until the guys in front of us catch up to the lap traffic. After that, then we might be able to start making gains. But until then, we don't have the air, the draft. So we're just kind of puttering along, waiting for something good to happen. Yeah, right now, and this is going to change over the course of the fuel run and all that, but right now Scott Dixon behind us is hitting about mid-corner and backing off the throttle a bit. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last, because they just do nothing but get faster over the course of a run. I can't get that out of them. Whereas myself, my tires are going to run out. You know, they're going to wear out and going to get slower, so I don't know, it is what it is. Probably pitting around lap 55, so we've still got about 30 laps to go on these tires. Yeah, right now we're just... Alright, so if it's still Award that's leading, he's just caught last place. Well, I think we're making up some ground here, although we're pushing the tire into temperatures that I, don't particularly appreciate them going to, but I don't know. I guess if we can, let's set a goal right now of keeping that front right under 300 degrees. It's freedom units. And then hopefully under 250 before turn in. Probably more like under 245 would be like a great accomplishment here, but that was over 300. And I don't know, those numbers aren't scientific, they're just points I'm going to try to reach with the tire and hope that that's a good number. If not, on our second run after our first pit stop, we'll kind of adjust and say, okay, what about keeping the tires under 290 or something? But all right, business is picking up in front of us as I go wide in the corner. That was not smart. Come on, Nifty, get your head in the game. I'm not sure if a longer, okay, I go high in the turn. I don't have to turn as sharply. Good on the tires. But I have to turn longer. Bad on the tires. So I don't know what the trade-off is. Like which groove I should be running right now. Yes, now we're going to be picking up toe. It's going to be nice. Draft, that kind of a deal. Shit. Oh, well, that was actually smart. Excuse me. Everybody is stuck behind Pippa Man there. No offense to Pippa, big fan, but everybody's stuck behind Pippa as the lapped car. And I accidentally got out of the groove. I went high because I'm looking at my tire temperatures as I'm going through the corner, and all of a sudden there were cars right in front of me, so I had to go high. And everybody was choked up on the inside. That was actually very advantageous, so woohoo. We're in 4th place to being in like 7th. That was nice. I think that's Ed Carpenter behind us, yeah. The parenthetical next to their name is what position they're in. That'll help you out. And on the left-hand side, in that little box, is my position, the big 4. Also says it on my steering wheel, but I can't really see my digital steering wheel, like my steering wheel on the game, because my real-life steering wheel is kind of set to be right in front of it. So, all right, Ed and I doing a little dog fighting. Get it? Because he's a hey. All right, fine. Dogfights joke about the car that he drives because it's a U.S. Air Force car. I'm funny. Okay, so we've still got, about a quarter of what we need to get out of the tires left. A little more than that, probably like 33%. And we've already got that front right tire into the orange bar. Not making me happy, but I think we're starting to feel it. I think that's why. Well, like I said, their speeds come up over a run. So as I'm slowing down, they're going to come up, and I don't know how to change that. The AI is just artificial by nature. I don't know how to fix that. So we're just going to have to kind of suffer on the back half of our runs between stops. Oh gosh, and it's at this point that I wish I would have done more to prepare for pit stops. I know the speed limit is 60, but like getting off the banking and down onto the pits, well, we're gonna have to wing that a little bit. Hello? Hello? Thought I heard a voice. That was weird. Check my Discord. Nope, nobody's in here. I'm just paranoid. There. I think I've got Discord loud enough to, you know, hear if somebody were to start talking in the Discord, but, you know, I could be wrong. A little pause cost me a position. Not wild about that. That's another reason I like not driving online. You have a pause button. Come on, turn. Yeah, see, so for the rest of this run, we're going to be kind of soft pedaling it, which is about 15 laps. Because this tire is getting to the sketch zone. So, see, it's not necessary to run me up to the wall. So even if I don't have damage on, we're going to, of course, race like I do. And really, it's going to be a penalty if I wreck anyway. So, like, I mean, like a self-fulfilling kind of a penalty. So we're just gonna go into damage control now for the next like 10 laps. Just try to power through it. We're gonna lose spots, but that's okay. Kind of looks like, you know, optimistically I should be able to stay ahead of like 13th or so. So. Ryan Hunter Ray coming up behind us. See, like I got nothing for the back half of this run. The good news is I think it works the same way. So when we all come down to take pit stops, I think the beginning of my next run, I will be faster than them, and then it'll kind of wear the other way again. So we're just going to have a give and take to the end of the race here. And as much sense as this doesn't make, we're going to try, in my head, this is what I'm thinking, we're going to stay out as long as possible on these tires, because it's basically not going to make a difference. I'm going to need to make 3 pit stops around lap 50, 100, and 150, and then at 200, that's the end of the race, right? But I don't want to be running like this. Whoops. I don't want to be running like this on, you know, the last laps of the race. So we're going to try to stretch it out now. We're going to take our medicine right now so that, you know, even if we just get 5, 10, 15 extra laps on the last run, that'll help. Here comes Colton. See, they've just got such a difference in advantage here off the corner. I mean, it kind of evens out, right? I mean, like, at the beginning, I was doing pretty well, and now, I mean, really, 11th out of 42 is not, I'm not going to complain about that, but they're running 25.9s. I'm running, I don't even know what that lap was, 26.7s. So they're about a second a lap ahead of me right now. We're just hanging on. I could give it more downforce, I could, but I don't know that that's going to fix it. I think that's just going to slow us down. But you know what? We'll give it a try. I think we're about to get hit by Sato. Thank you, Taku. Okay. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Add some air into that. Okay. Ah! Oh, okay. Cool. Hi, well, if Alex fits you better, then hi, Alex. I am right now suffering through some really, I mean, look at the little chart in the bottom right corner is like my tires. And you can see that one tire is in the red, like on the status bar, which means it's not happy. And that's going to happen like every 50 laps on a set of tires. So what I'm trying to do right now is set it, because I got 200 laps in this race, so that I'm not running out of tire at the end. So I'm pushing it a little bit further than I maybe should, but that's okay. I don't know if any of that made sense. Just kind of rambling. We're on a road trip. We're on a road trip in circles. Okay, we're going to come in next lap. I don't know. Like, my tires are good at the start after I make a pit stop, but then by the end, they're bad. And so I don't, when I finish the race, I don't want to finish the race with bad tires. I want to finish it with good tires. So, okay, I got to really focus here. Don't crash. All right. That was sketchy as hell, but we're alive. No comment. Okay. We're gonna, I hope, because there's a speed limit on pit road here, and I'm hoping we got down in time so we don't get a penalty. If I get a penalty, this is gonna suck. And we're not gonna know until we cross the exit of the pit road here. All right, we're good. Ooh, that was close though. How am I? I'm all right. I'm up early today. Well, had to drop Artie off at work. Don't hit me. And there's a real IndyCar race later today, so I kind of was like, well, no time like the present. If you remember all those cars, all those cars, I think I only streamed myself painting one, but this is it. I finished the project. Still there.
Hold your line. Keep right. Still there. Clear. Car left. All clear.
I'll have to show you sometime when I'm not in the car, but I'm driving the McDonald's car. See, so this is why, like, you know, just rewind 10 laps ago, I'm getting passed left and right, but now I'm cruising by them because my tires are better and, like, I don't know. So this evens out, but it's just kind of funny because it's going to be how our race goes today.
On your left, clear. Left side, on your left, clear left.
In the top left corner, it says you'll see like 60 out of 200. I hope the stream quality is good enough that you can read that. But yeah, we're on lap 60 of 200. We're going 300 miles today around a 1.5 mile circuit.
Watch your left, clear left.
Whew. Sometimes if I sound tense replying to chat, it's not because of you. It's just trying not to die. So yeah, but I actually think there's an IndyCar race this afternoon, and at least some of us are getting together to watch it. Big Papa and Turkey Neck and myself. I don't know about Christ Tile. I don't know if he's in town. I don't really keep up with his movements. Heading over to our grandma's house, spend time with her. And our dad is off of work this weekend, so it'll be nice. Just family get together with race cars in the background. Yep. But yeah, now that I got all of these painted, I'm hoping I can just actually play the game. Which it takes forever sometimes to get, because it's all mods. This game, Automobilista, is it's a game with a very like open source back end, and so well, it kind of was. It's an older game now, but there was a huge modding community for this game, and so there's just about any track in the world and any car in the world, with you know, more newer exceptions, and that you can race on. But they're mods. They're not made by the game company. They're made by just fans like myself, like I did with the paint. And so they don't always work great. And so, oh, this is sketchy. Hang on. Don't kill me. They're trying to kill me. Anyway, so getting everything to work well is a chore. And funny enough, the one that it's hardest to get the AI to work with is the oval tracks, the circles, which I want them because they're a big staple of IndyCar racing. But, like, you know, the game is programmed to handle twisty tracks a lot better than circle tracks. Even though you'd think circle tracks would be the easiest thing to do, you know, it's just how it is. So it takes a lot of work behind the scenes to get it going. Like, I literally probably spent a week just tinkering the outside of the game, tinkering the mod here, changing different like code settings and stuff, trying to get tracks to work. But oh god, okay. Ah. So by this game, well, today only since like, well, 7 o'clock my time, like 45 minutes. But this game is called Automobilista. It uses the game engine, like that company bought the game engine, the behind-the-scenes stuff, from an older game called R Factor. And R Factor came out in, I want to say, 2005. And I didn't start playing it until about 2009. But since then, I kind of became an expert in how to make things go how I want. So, I don't know, however long that's been. Over a decade.
On your left. All clear.
And every year I try to do a season, and every year I get varying lengths of the way through one. I really hope I'm not 3 wide going into this turn. That was going to suck. Okay, all right. We're all alive. We got a little scrapey, but we're all alive. How are these tires doing? Okay, I can live with that right now.
Car left. Clear left.
Hooray for surviving! Yeah, I don't have damage on. I think maybe I'll leave damage off for the ovals because, like I was saying, the AI isn't very intelligent on the ovals, but on the twisty tracks, I'll turn damage back on. I think that's going to be my policy. But really, if I like majorly crash and get like spun around, you know, they're going 200 miles an hour. They're all going to pass me anyway, so doesn't really matter if my car breaks into pieces. My day will be ruined. You got any plans today, Alex? Sorry, I think I've been calling you Lexi this whole time still. It's just a habit. You're going to have to give me a little bit of time to adjust from that. But yeah, Alex, you got any plans today? Hey, in real life, this Bourdais, that's my favorite driver in this series right now. As you can see, I did not code him to be particularly good. I'm not cheating for him. He's in 35th place. Very late birthday. Yeah, I remember your birthday. I mean, I don't remember exactly when, but I know we've already come up through it. I remember saying happy birthday. Well, happy celebration day, I suppose. I guess probably was it delayed because of like COVID and all that, like you couldn't do get-togethers.
Left side. Clear.
Oh, the weather. Yeah, was it? Gosh, I remember, I know you're on the East Coast, but I don't remember where. But was it like a real snowy season over there? I'm sure I knew at the time, but I have a December birthday. I totally get you on the like the winter birthday is not fun. Ah! Thought he was going to come up and hit me. Yep. So there's a thing when you're racing cars. Over in Europe, they'll call it understeer and oversteer. In America, we call it loose and tight. Or tight and loose, I guess. But basically, you can set up your car to do different things. And right now, since I don't want to turn too hard, I've got the car on a loose setting, which means the back end of the car really wants to turn really quickly. but the front end of the car doesn't. So I'm making the back end do all the work. But what that means is the car wants to basically drift. You know how like you go forward but you're sliding? Except for these cars absolutely cannot drift. If that happens, they just snap around. So every now and then, especially coming off the turns, you'll see me make like a quick, with the steering wheel, like a quick turn. Looks like I'm turning into the wall, but really it's because I can see that the car is turning just too much off the corner. It's especially bad when the tires are cold. Because, I mean, they don't work right when they're cold, which is when you just put them on. So every now and then, if it seems like I have a mini panic attack, even though it doesn't look like anything bad happened, it might be that I was a lot closer to spinning the car than maybe it looked like. It's right there, kind of like coming onto this part of the track, this front stretch where all the stands are. It's kind of where the line breaks on the inside, like this white line down here. Yeah, kind of coming off there too. It just starts, it feels like as the driver, the car is floating, like the back end is just not even on the ground anymore for a second. And right about there, you know, like, I don't know, it just starts floating. And I don't know, I guess it's the change in like the track, how in the turns they're banked a little bit. But on the straightaways, they're not so much. But like, yeah, every now and then it gets real light in the back. It feels like the car is going to whip around on me and I'm going to be facing backwards. But I set the car up that way because that helps the worst tire, not the worst tire, but the tire that's doing the most work on an oval, because you're always turning left, is the front right tire, which on that chart down there, it's going to be top right corner. Because if you think about like centripetal force or centrifugal force or whatever, basically that's where all the pressure is going to make the turn. The car wants to keep going straight. And so all the pressure gets put into that tire in the turn. And so in order to help it out, I'm trying to get the back end to strategically whip around on me and spin, and not spin, but you know what I mean, kind of give that feeling, so that the car, I'm not taxing that one tire too much. But it does lead to some scary moments every now and then. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on tires. That's true in real life too, of course. Like, that's a real life racing thing. If you ever, we're gonna go under this guy. If you ever watch real racing, especially on oval circuits like this, that's a real thing that they try to do in the car. That guy's a lap down, so we're gonna get by him. But it gets real sketchy for me. I really don't think on your driving test that that'll be a factor. If it is, you're probably speeding. But I don't even remember what it's when I get side by side with a car where I don't have the like freedom, because I would hit them otherwise, to kind of go wherever I need to with the car, where I got to keep it real like straight and narrow. That's when it starts feeling sketchy, because I can't let it go where it wants to go. I have to fight it, but then I can't fight it too hard or else it'll spin around on me. So I do have to say, though, I think we're getting further into this run since the last pit stop that we did at the start of the race, and I'm not feeling the cars slow down as much. So I think the only thing I changed between pit stops was I added a pound of pressure in the front right tire. It went up. It's firmer. Because that should make it last longer. Because if you think about it like a piece of Play-Doh, right? Or that's not a good analogy, but like it's sticking to the road if it's underinflated, and it's rolling better if it's overinflated. And I kind of bumped it up a little bit so it's not sticking to the road so much. But by not sticking to the road so much, it doesn't turn as well, which again, that's part of why the car is chasing me out the corner now, is that it's not sticking. Eh. Get away from me. Are you planning on taking your driving test soon, Alex? I almost called you Lexi. At least I haven't died, yes. Progress has been made.
On your left. Car left. Clear left.
Ah!
Watch your left. Still there. All clear.
Yeah, but I don't know. You might be typing still, but like... Okay, there it is. Probably next spring or next year if you get too scared to do it. Yeah, I get that. I remember the thing that got me out the door to get my driver's test is that my best friend at the time got his. And I don't know, there was just overwhelming peer pressure to also get mine because, you know, it was like, well, I got mine. I don't know what you're waiting for. So it's like, all right, I'll go get it. But I also understand it's really intimidating. I know adults that don't have their driver's license. So, I mean, like, full-grown adults, like... So, you know. You can kind of get away with it where I live, anyway. There's buses that run everywhere, but some places aren't like that. Like, over in Europe, it's too bad Pasta isn't here. I'm sure Pasta could tell us that Europe has such great public transportation that he doesn't have to get a license, maybe? I don't know. So, I gotta read that. Brittany gets here the year after mine, since her birthday's in November. Got it. Well, in that case, you're the peer. You're the peer applying the pressure. Jeez, I can't talk. So I'm starting to notice that the car is not turning as well. It's a slower time, but I don't think we're getting outright, you know, snookered like we were last time around. So I don't think we're going to change anything on the car because there's certain things I can change on pit stops. That menu. But, you know, I think if we just have to run the last, what is this, 12 laps left before I have to pit, that, we can live with that. So kind of under the tachometer where it tells you how fast I'm going, you'll see these two numbers, 4.3/12 right now. And the 4.3 is how many gallons I have, and the 12 is how many laps it's estimating I can go on that, which that estimate isn't always great, but in this case today it's doing well. Hey, we're past halfway. This is actually kind of turning out perfect for me because, like, since I am the god of this universe and I'm setting up everything and I'm deciding how good the AI is and all of that, and I keep track race to race. I have a points standings kind of a thing, like a real season, where, you know, if you win the race, you get 100 points. If you finish last, you get 1 point. You know, there's a spread between the two. I don't like to win because when I win, it feels like I kind of failed to make it challenging. So what I want to do is win the championship, but I want to do it by finishing 7th rather than 30th. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to be challenging, and I don't want to win. If I win, it's almost like, yeah, I won, but also, like, I could have made it harder on myself. So that's not what I want either. So shouldn't feel easy. Get, I need some track, Connor. We're just going to keep it fourth, top out on the gear. Anyway, I don't know if that rant about not wanting to win sounds like a healthy psychological thing, but it's true. Like, I don't want to win race to race. I want to win the whole season by being really good consistently. But if I win the race, that means I could have made it harder, and that's no fun. Now that's like outside the game. Inside the game right now, I am trying my hardest. I'm not, faking it. But it's like two different, you got to split yourself into two different people. The guy that makes it hard for the other guy. You still there? You're still there. Don't hit me. Yeah. Well, like, second is like emotional first for me here, because that means, like, if I'm trying really hard and I get second, that means I did good, but also it means I did good as a driver, and then I also did good as a overlord. All right, they're making pit stops right now. So we're doing good on that front. Like, we're outlasting them. It's more of a fuel thing than a tire thing, but it's a thing. I think we're going to come in like 2 laps here, and I really wish Sebastian Bourdais would get off my butt. It makes it a lot easier to pit because you have to slow down so much. It makes it a lot easier when there's a big gap on the track, where there's nobody coming up behind you, nobody like ahead of you, really. Like, what you got left? Wow. Okay, tire is dead all of a sudden. That's okay. We're coming in this time. Don't hit me, Marco. Thank you. This is much better than last time. Much less of a heart attack getting onto pit road that time. And we're looking for our little orange sign. I really kind of wish they would actually, like, animate people, but, it's an old game. Yeah, stop. Okay. There's a button on the steering wheel I push to keep the car from going too fast.
Careful as you rejoin the race.
Don't hit me. See, right now my tires are cold, so they just don't want to work at all. It takes a couple of laps on a track this short to get them warm to where they want to turn. Then once that happens, then they want to turn too much for a while. There's Bourdais up there. So really, we didn't. I think we lost a couple of, you know, like maybe a second on pit road, but we got it right back.
Watch your left.
Yeah.
Hold your line. Clear left.
What are the little circle things on the steering wheel for? Okay, that's a cool question. Now, in real life, I have a different steering wheel. It doesn't match the steering wheel on the screen, but it does have knobs and stuff. It's a Logitech G29, but basically they do different things. There's a button where I can scroll through all the different things that are lighting up on the steering wheel, like theoretically. There's a button that controls boost pressure, which the more boost pressure, and this it's called limiter, but the more boost pressure, the better. It's a mechanism in the engine. It goes fast. I can change different things. There's brake bias, which isn't really important on this track, but it basically means, like right now I have it 55 front, 45 back, which means that the front tires are going to brake 55% of the work, and the back tires are going to do 45% of the work. There's an anti-roll bar, or I mean, there's like, you know, roll bars and stuff, which help the car turn and stuff. And these are real knobs and things that are on the real Indy cars. I mean, the steering wheel in the game matches what you might see on a steering wheel on a real life Indy car. My steering wheel is just a PlayStation steering wheel, so it doesn't look as cool, but it still has buttons and whatnot. On my steering wheel outside of the game, I have buttons mapped to look left and right, just in case I really need to figure out what the hell is going on. I've got a button mapped to tell my pit crew when I do and don't want to make a pit stop. What else do I have? Yeah, get out of here. I don't know, they do all sorts of different things in real life. Oh, that speed limiter button. I push that and the engine won't go until the car is slowed to 60 miles an hour. And that just keeps it safe in the pits, since in real life they've got people running in and out. In the game here, all it basically does is, you know, it's just a way you could be penalized. In real life, they have a button where there's a little hose that goes to their mouth, and they push the button and they'll get a drink of water. I don't know, the buttons do all sorts of different things. And it kind of depends. Like, a lot of drivers kind of, I don't know if it's 100% custom make their steering wheel, but, you know, they're tailored to their hands and their movements and where they want things. And so people will have different things, and different racing series will have different things. In real life, anytime you see like things pop up over there on the right hand side, or you see me changing menus or something, that's always me pushing buttons on the wheel. Okay, thank you, Alex. Have a good party. Happy belated birthday. All right, once again, we're going to try not to die.
Comment. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear. Left side. Watch your left. Keep right. Clear left.
And now I have to talk to potential vague viewer out there. I have to just kind of assume somebody's lurking around and got to talk to you, lurker. Hello, lurker. Oh God, boy, he slowed down in a hurry. Anyway, hello. If anybody is watching this, let me know. Give me a shout out.
Watch your left. Car left. Keep right. Clear left. Watch your left. On your left. Car left. Hold your line. Watch your left. Clear. All clear. On your left. Car left. Still there.
Pippa's slowing everybody up again.
Watch your left.
Works for me. No disrespect to real life Pippa again. I love Pippa, but it's how it is in the game right now. How are we doing on tire temps? Did that say 280? Like coming off the corner? Like what is the peak in the corner here? Oh man, we are looking good. I kind of made sure to go rough on the tire there. We are looking good on tire temperatures now. I like it. We're still going to have a lot of tire fall off, fire tall off, yeah. God, I can't talk. Tire fall off at the end, oh God, of the run. But we're hanging in there.
On your left. Clear left.
A lot better than that first stint where we lost like, I don't even know how many spots at the end of the run. Probably about 7 or 8. Go high on Kaiser here.
Car left. Clear left.
How can I get around Carpenter here? Seems like we're pretty evenly matched. I don't know, I think we're going to have to wait for something to happen. And really what's going to happen is my tires fall off and then he's going to drive away. So, oh well. No cautions. I mean, I'm jinxing it, but as of yet, no cautions. Normally, the artificial intelligence is so artificial that it can't help bouncing off things, but all right. How we doing, tire? All right, we're doing all right. I would anticipate this is about what stage we're going to be at when we finish the race as far as tire wear. So this is how strong we're going to be at the end. And I think, you know, if there was nothing to consider, I could be pushing it a lot harder. It's that right now I'm trying to pedal off to save tire, but I could be pushing this. I could be, if not all the way flat throttle, full throttle through the turns. Hey, it's Burger Wheeze. Gotta go fast indeed, Burger Wheeze. How are you this morning? Fine is good. How am I? I am 207 miles an hour. That's how I am. I'm all right. I've been working for about a week to get this mod, this track mod, to work with this car mod. And I finally figured out a way to get it to go, but where's Mario? Well, I'm in a red car. Oh, you'll like this, Burger Wheeze. I'm in a McDonald's car. I painted myself a beautiful McDonald's car. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Bucket of chicken. All right, you win this round. I wish there was a mod of this track with people in the stands. It makes me so sad that nobody showed up to my race. This is 200 laps around a 1.5 mile circuit. So it's a 300-mile lap, or a 300-mile race, which wouldn't be too unrealistic to what they would actually do. In the top left corner, you can see like time, lap, and position. We're on lap 145 of 200. So we're getting down to the end of the race here. Yeah. Probably about half an hour to go, I would guess. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so I've been racing for 1 hour and 5 minutes, it says. I'm on lap 146 of 200, and I'm in position 7 of 42. That's what it says in the top left corner. Hey, I thought you got good internet. I thought you had that Starlink. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I think you told me that.
On your right, right side.
I shouldn't have let him on that side.
All clear.
Get out of here.
Clear right.
The artificial intelligence is very artificial. It'll run into me.
Watch your left. Clear.
So not only do I have to figure out how to pass them, but I also have to figure out how to be passed by them because they'll try to kill me. Maybe in a few years we'll run. Sorry, I gotta... Oh yeah, that would be good. I mean, I saw some of the reno you were doing in your house. I think running a wire downstairs would be easy peasy compared to some of that stuff.
On your left. Car left. All
Like, I feel like I could run a wire. I don't know if I could do some of the other stuff you did.
On your left.
Get.
On your
Hey,
left.
jerk.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
You know, oh, that's a big paragraph. That's okay. He's just going to have to give me a couple laps to read it. One individual move out. Oh, okay. Yeah, less people to clog up the... Of course, in a couple years, they might figure out how to make Starlink faster, too. Might be a win-win later on. So when I make a pit stop, which I do every 55-ish laps, when I make a pit stop, the tires get on the car and it goes real fast. But then towards the end of a run between pit stops, tires start being bad and I go slower. And right now we're in the bad tires slower section here. Yeah. Well, and if there's one thing I think is going to happen, it's that, I mean, Starlink is Elon Musk, right? And it's not like he's known for sitting back on technology. He's always pushing it forward. So, say what you want. Elon Musk isn't always the, pinnacle of humanity as a person, but as a tech developer, he's kind of always pushing things forward. So. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. Everybody is a pile of good stuff and a pile of bad stuff. And when you're famous or whatever, it gets really magnified. So, like, I'm not famous. I have that benefit. People aren't staring into my life 24/7, thankfully. So, yeah, I used to have a cat that would do that sometimes. It's like it tastes better off the paw. Nah, he's stupid. Well, he is a cat. Dogs are better. Yeah, there's a lot of energy there. Well, and to be honest, some dogs are incredibly stupid. Just kind of depends. It's a random draw on the intelligence meter for pets. My parents have a beagle. Kind of an idiot. But I love that idiot. But still, undeniably an idiot. Chow chow. Oh, they're like, gosh, I don't know how to say it. They're like slightly bigger than a Chihuahua, right? And they're like real fuzzy, and they got pointy ears. Am I thinking right? Brown and white?
Car left, on your left, clear left. Watch your left, all clear.
Is that the right breed, or am I way off? Super fluffy. Yeah. Okay. A little bigger than a Chihuahua. Fair enough. I don't know if I've ever seen one in person. I think I've just seen plenty of videos. Okay, I'm getting a little concerned because I thought, okay, I can see it on the little mini map now. I thought they should be pitting a little bit ahead of me, and I was getting concerned that like I was
Your left, clear left.
out of sequence with them somehow, but no, we're good.
On your left.
I don't know how many laps I have left before I need to pit. My little thing is 4. Got 4 laps. Okay.
All clear.
I gotta focus here. Pitting in and out, it's kind of like taking off and landing in an airplane. It's the most likely time something is going to go wrong on this kind of a track.
All clear. Clear left.
Because I'm going, whatever, 220 miles an hour, and then I've got to get the car down to like 60 miles an hour to make the pits.
Your left. Clear left.
And these brakes are cold. I am in, well, actually I'm in first right now, but that's because everyone else has pit, and I haven't yet. So I'll probably cycle back out to about 10th or so, which is a good day for me. Like, there's 42 total spots. And to be honest, I was telling Alex this, she left right before you came in, is that I try not to win because I'm the guy who sets up the difficulty level. So I try to make it so I don't win. But like a really good day is if I try super hard, I'm perfect the whole time, and I finish second place. Because then I know, okay, I said it, I'm getting what I deserve, but also it was a challenge. So, but top 10 out of 42, I'll take that. All right, we're coming in. So we're going to make this turn, and then by the end of this turn, we're going to be coming into the pits. So we got to slow it down, and I'm way too high on the track. I want to slow it down mostly on the banking and then get it down to 60. Thank you. Okay. This is it. This is the last pit stop. My third and final one on the day. Let's not screw this up.
Watch out for oncoming traffic on re-entry.
Shit, get off the limiter. Okay.
Right side, all clear.
All clear. Oh, he didn't pass me. Okay.
Car left. Clear left. Clear.
All right. That was it. That was the last big hurdle of the race. Of course, there's going to be, you know, situations in the last 40, 30 laps here, but that was it. We're smooth sailing to the end here. But yeah, I always try to make it like challenging. If I just come in here and I win the race by like, you know, 20 seconds ahead of second place, like, you know, miles down the road, then I don't feel good about it because like that wasn't really challenging. So honestly, 11th place is perfect. And then I keep a tally of it. I go race by race by race with the same cars, and I keep a tally of it to create a season. And my goal is to win a championship by the end of the season with a point system, right? where first place gets like 100 points and last place gets like 1, and then there's like a spread between. So win the championship, but win it on consistency, on being good, not great every race on the charts. Because if I'm great every race on the charts, this was set to way too easy of a level, and I could have made it harder on myself. So, because I want a challenge, you know, I don't want to just come in here and smoke it. So I have I always have these big long seasons, and I never actually finish them because I do more races than real life, because there are so many good mods for this game. Like, this track isn't on the real IndyCar calendar, but it's a good track in real life, and I wish IndyCar would drive on it. So, but anyway, to answer the question, I'm pretty sure I have 16 races in a season, and then I kind of keep a separate total for a whole calendar year. So 16 times 3, whatever that is, 48. 48 races on a season. So, or on a year. 48 races in a year to determine like an overall champion. 16 races in a mini season. So there's a spring season, a summer season, and a fall season, or an autumn season. And then I treat each season standings at the end of each season as if they were their own little mini race to calculate just a 3-number total for the whole year. The world champion, I guess, if you prefer. Because the thing is over 48 races, it just gets too spread out points-wise. You know, there's no excitement, because by the time you reach race 44, you know, the points have been spread out so far that you know who's going to win by 48. So 16 and 16 and 16. So that yellow car is 4 positions, so if I can catch him, we'll be up in 9th place. Okay. Am I still on in the background? Cool. Thanks for the viewer count. I'm sure it's at like 1. I check, but I'm a little full-handed with the steering wheel. But yeah. So yeah, if we get around Simon Pagenaud here, we are 9th. Then, I don't know, honestly, I think 9th might be about as good as we do today. It's a long way to 8th place. Those cars in front of Pagenaud there are lapped, so they're so slow that we're going by them a second time or third time. So yeah, so now we're in 9th. We're feeling pretty good, but keep in mind my tires are gonna fall off really quick here. Well, not really quick, but probably I've got 15 good laps left and then 5 hold on laps. So really it's just a matter of how much tail can I kick to catch up to 8th place in these last 15 laps. But man, that distance is huge. I'm just entering this turn and he's just exiting it. So however long it takes for me to get around this turn is how far ahead of me he is. So it's a long way to go, but that's okay. to over under him.
Clear.
Yep.
Clear. Car right.
Come on, your lap down.
Hold
Just
your line.
go away.
Clear
Thank you.
right.
You know, it just occurred to me is I've been telling people to look in the top left for like lap count and all that, but that's also where my chat shows up on the stream, isn't it? So maybe that's behind the chat and you can't see it. If you ask how many laps are left, you might be, your bubble might pop up right where that information is on the stream, but well. I can't think of a better place to put it. That number shows up somewhere else, doesn't it? Yeah, it shows up on the steering wheel, so yeah, that's fine. Because that's kind of, position and lap number are the only important numbers, and or time left, and those are both on the wheels, so. Ooh, don't spin. All right, 4 seconds away from 8th place. Let's see what we can cut out of that in the following laps. Now down to 3.7. I think he's running into like lapped cars that are slowing him down because he's got to get around them. So yeah, you can see him popping up there. He's that yellow car, second line. So it looks like he's right in front of an orange and white car. So as long as he's stuck in that big cluster, we have a decent shot at catching him. Now passing him, because we're going to get stuck in the cluster too, but passing him with 13 to go at the line here. 13 to go. And he's diamonding the corner here, but okay. Yep. I could have definitely taken less fuel, but I didn't want to worry about it. Didn't want to worry about having to change the knobs and putts with that. Given that I really don't know what the difference is between the fuel number and the tire number, it would have saved me like maybe a second, and I've earned that back just by racing here in clean air for a while, so it didn't seem like it was going to be a big deal. All right, so that first car in line, that orange car, is not for position. It's a lap down. That's James Hinchcliffe. But the second car in line, that's Ryan Hunter-Reay in 8th place. So if we can get up there, as I'm starting to feel the tires wear out. Yeah, we got a yellow bar over there, not a green bar. So we're kind of, as predicted, we're coming up on the end of the tire cycle. Well, the middle of the tire cycle, but the end of the tire cycle where it feels really good. So we're kind of just hanging on after a while here, but we're gonna try to work our way through this mess. Hunter-Reay got another car between us. That's Fittipaldi, Pietro, who I think his little brother actually streams on Twitch sometimes. So shout out to him. Obviously, he has several more followers than I do, but that's okay. Yeah.
Watch your left. Clear left.
All right, got around Hinch.
Car left. Left side. Still there.
Okay, got around Pietro. He was kind enough to back out of that for me. Now we're mano-a-mano here for 8th place. Nobody between us. Oh, I think I got a good run here.
Car right. All clear.
Ah.
Clear. Clear right.
Oh, that'll do. Ericsson kind of slowed down here. This red car choked up Hunter Ray. Don't hit me.
Hold your line.
Thank you. So Hunter Ray was following right behind him, had to get out of it. Our next target is that blue car 3 ahead. That's Scott Dixon for 7th with 5 laps to go, or maybe 6. I guess 6. It says 195. You still have to complete the 200th lap, so.
Left side.
Excuse me, Mr. McLaughlin. Dixon's getting around another fictional entrant, Felipe Nasser. Come on, car. Man, look at that mess up there, though. Dixon's cruising right through it here.
Left. All clear.
Dang it.
Watch your right. Keep left.
Oh, boy.
Clear. On your left. Clear.
Okay. All right. Well, that was disastrous. We're just gonna settle into 9th here, I guess. I tried, they were just all bunched up ahead of me right here. And when I hit the brakes, the car just spun, and I didn't want to turn sharp and lose the back end of the car, so the only thing I had left to do was just kind of drive it up to the wall. It's fine. I mean, in real life, that's day done, but we don't have damage on. It's fine. It is a little, I don't know. I'm disappointed because there's like 3 laps left and I hadn't hit anything really, but oh well. We're going to take it and move on because, like I said, this has been just an absolute bitch to get these mods to work together. We're not going to penalize me for, I mean, I've run this race in some portion good 5 times off stream just to get these cars to work correctly. So we're gonna allow me one slip up. White flag.
Final lap. This is it.
Just call it a super quick repair. Plus, I lost, what, 2 spots? 3 spots? No big deal. And that's it.
That's it. The session is over.
The session is over. Man, what a clinical way. Yeah, when you get off the gas here, I'll kind of show you. Because the car is set to turn left at its absolute
On your right.
it's
Clear.
so wiggly. Ha! Love to know how many people can spin around and just get it right back like that. It's so wiggly and temperamental when you're at slower speeds, just because the car is set up to turn left so hard that it wants to turn too left, you know, too much left. And so, be able to see it here. I'll go into this turn and I'll just turn too much. You can see how it wants to spin around. So I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that like wicked rotation into the corner like that, which is why I hit the brakes and just let it ease out to the wall and to just kind of, you know, settle on hitting the wall to the outside. Because if I would have spun around, you know, that is really hard to recover from. You have no control once you're facing backwards. So that's why I just kind of, as soon as I had to hit the brakes and it pitched inward like that, the nose was pointing towards the grass, all I could do was recover it and not turn, because if I turned, it was going around on me really quick. So, but yeah, we'll take 9th. That's a good day. It's not a perfect day. By no means was I perfect today. Or, hello. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, hey. Hello. Just don't mind me trying to get to my little red box. Anyway. Ninth is good. Especially both in the race and outside the race. 9 out of 42 is good. That means the difficulty was set exactly where it needed to be, basically. I mean, if I would have been perfect, I could have probably had 6th, so I got penalized just for that last lap fuck up. Well, not last, last 5 lap fuck up. And, but other than that, I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong, It was 197 laps of exactly how I wanted it to go. And so I'll take that. And then I lost a couple spots at the end because I went outside of the wall. So I also think Scott McLaughlin might have hit me in the back as I was coming up the track, but whatever. It would have brought out... In real life, what would have happened there is I think the car would have been seriously damaged, but at lap 197... I would have just kept the damaged car out under a yellow flag and finished the race under the pace car. So really, yeah, I'm going to look at it that way and not feel bad about having to do it like that. Pato Award is the winner. Elio Castroneves, the Oval Meister, the 4-time asterisk Indy 500 winner, is second place. Ed Carpenter, who I was dancing with Ed Carpenter for a long time, actually. So, man, if we could have just kept up with Ed, we would have finished top 3-ish. Pillow, Herta, Felipe Nasser, not an Oval regular, but he's got a strong showing. Dixon, Hunter Ray, myself, and Ed Jones rounding out the top 10. I like that, by the way. That's a good... I also, not only did I paint almost all of the cars in this race, but I also did the talent files that say how good each driver is. And, the guy who won the Indy 500 this year finished second. The guy who won the Oval race at Texas finished first. The guy who qualified first for Indy was 7th, which is not bad, like we've been talking about. So, I think overall this is good. So that's it. Race 1-1, Season 1. Race 1 in the books. And I come away with a 9th. Game is saving the replay file right now. It takes a second for it to kind of get its head together. There it goes. Ah, yes, this tune, this absolute tune from NHL 2001 that I dumped into the game here. Where did I put my notebook with the... Well, I don't... Is that it? No. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly certain that the next race I'm going to do is at Barber Motorsports Park. We'll do the autumn version since, fictionally speaking, this should be in January, I think, would be where this would fall on a calendar. If you do one race each weekend and you got 48 races in a season, you'd have to be. So autumn's as close to spring as I can get. So here's a little sneak peek for next time. And I think I might have yeah, I got a test set up here, ready to go. We'll be off the ovals and onto a road course, a proper racetrack, if you prefer. Not that ovals are improper, but I think that's kind of the easy thought. This is a very kind of demanding road course from what I remember. It's got a lot of It's got a lot of really like minute elevation changes, and then also this big one, which feels a lot like the corkscrew at Laguna Seca, famously. But it's got a lot of like track undulations, let's say, in the pavement, and makes it hard to like really keep the car steady. So I might work on my setup a little bit here before we start a race. That's why we need to work on the setup. Otherwise, might go for a wild ride when I actually come down to the race. Oh, hey, Burger Wheeze, here's my McDonald's car. There it goes. Actually, there is a... Well, I'm just kind of farting around here at the end of the stream. There is a IndyCar race happening today in real life at Detroit. Don't mind that loading screen. I inverted the colors on it so that I knew exactly that I've got multiple versions of this track, and I wanted to make sure I knew when I was using whatever version I was using, so I hit the invert button on the picture. But yeah, let's get myself set up. This is where the Indy cars will be today and tomorrow. Detroit, Michigan at Belle Isle, which is just, oh, what is the...
Go.
Lake, see, it wouldn't be Michigan. Could be Erie? No. I don't know. Whatever lake it is that Detroit, Toronto, and all those are on. Oh, didn't make that turn. Hey. This is a fun race to watch in real life sometimes because the circuit is very bumpy in real life as it goes around. This isn't a racetrack. Normally it's just a park. And they just, set up walls for the race. And so as such, the road isn't quite as well manicured as maybe a dedicated racetrack. So in real life, extremely bumpy conditions. So yeah, I'll give you a lap tour right before the actual race, the qualifying happens. That's the start-finish line. You come down here. I pop it into third to get around this S, but I don't know what they'll do. Don't let the rear get around you're kind of going over a bridge right there, and the back end of the car wants to spin down here and then hard onto the brakes into this right-hander. Then you do it again. We're just kind of navigating our way to the back stretch here. Real narrow part of the course. Don't hit the inside wall here. Get on the power as early as you can. And you're on the back stretch. Now they changed this part of the course right here. And right as I was saying it, I was about to say it catches me off guard sometimes. Well, it did here. Back in the day, they didn't have a rumble strip there. You could cut right along the wall, but I guess they wanted to encourage passing, so they kind of squared off the corner a little bit. Then these last two turns, low speedish, like middling speed, I guess, really. So you're coming off here. And I haven't really worked on a setup or anything. I just kind of plopped into this track, so don't criticize my lap time or anything. It's not workshopped. But so that was the start-finish line. So once again, you've got an S. Don't spin out here. Long straightaway leading into a right-hander. I do believe this track is on iRacing, which is cool. I don't have iRacing, but it's cool that it's available like that. There's not a lot of street circuits. This is the narrow corner. Don't hit the wall there. Track out here, don't hit the wall there. I did anyway. And then you are cruising down this straightaway. Keep tight on the left-hand corner here. The brake zone early, get on the gas. Then we're going around the fountain, or I guess next to the fountain. I don't know. They call this the fountain section. Now this part, the tires come way off the wall. You can really... It might look like that yellow and black stuff is like pressed up against the wall and it's just a banner on the wall or whatever, but it's not. They're tires hanging off the wall, you know, in case somebody were to like have a serious accident there, but it just cuts away that much more of the road and it's already really tight. That last turn is where a pace car crashed a few years ago. Rather infamously. All right, let's go for a real hard lap this time. Give it all we got, and then we're going to sign off for the day. Ah, bad through that section. How do we do? How do we do? 6/10 on my last time. I like it. Now you're baking cookies. Nice. I don't know if you're listening, and I finished my last race. We finished 9th. Now this is the track that they're going to race at in real life later today. Although actually qualifying is on just starting right now, so I think I might sign off here. Thanks for stopping by, Burger Wheeze and Alex, artist formerly known as Lexi. And, oh, hey, you're around. Here, look, McDonald's car. McDonald's. Look at the McDonald's. Look at it in all of its McDonald's glory. All right, man, I'm out of here. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk with everybody, anybody, all your buddies. You're all my buddies. I'll talk with y'all later, and have a good day. Go check out the real life IndyCars today. They're on at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. my time in the Central. Such and such. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.